Chat, have you seen the new Manosphere podcast by Louis Theroux? I haven't seen all of it, but I'm going to give you my 2 cents on the clips that I've seen at the very end of this episode. Let's get straight off into this, though. Me not needing a man.
Okay. Trust the process.
Looks like
Trust
she
the
needs some
process.
caulk.
Trust the process.
Caulk.
Trust the process.
Needs a good caulking.
Trust the process.
Oh, my God.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, my God. It's all over the floor.
Brother,
You didn't wear gloves?
I get that you're feminist.
Brother, dumber than a bag of dildos with that. Come on. Just call a contractor, bro.
To hear this, but it's okay to like your husband. It's okay to not hate all men.
Love it. Love seeing a woman that is wearing like the milkmaid dress, a little bit of cleave, talking about loving her husband. Gotta love it.
It's okay to want to take care of him. It's okay to want to do nice things for him. It's okay to uplift his name in public instead of tearing him down in front of all your girlfriends. It's okay to be obsessed with him. It's okay to want to be around him 24/7. It's okay to want to treat him with respect. It's okay that your biggest goal in life is to be a stay-at-home wife and mom. It's okay that you want to get married young. It's okay that you don't nag your husband and mother him and you treat him like a wife. Just be prepared to be called anti-women, a pick-me, and misogynistic for having a healthy relationship and loving your husband.
I'll never understand.
Hey, I love it. I love it. More women like this, please. Please, can we have more women like this?
Right now, with the way my bank account looking, I genuinely can't even afford to be a feminist. Like,
these modern women are realizing that it is very expensive to be alone and pay for everything. That's why I'll never understand. Like, chat, think about this. Let's say in the 1960s, women had all the power like men did, right? Like women could have bank accounts, men couldn't. I don't know what world a man would want to be in where it's like, wait, you're going to give me more responsibility? I'm good. Like, I'm good. You know, like, it's almost like a kid's mentality. Maybe it wouldn't have worked because maybe men would have wanted the more responsibility, and that's why we've always had it, because we can actually do it and take it and deal with it. But I don't know why women wanted to be independent so bad. Now you want a bank account. Now you want to be able to go in debt. That's why you guys couldn't get a bank account in the first place, because we were protecting you from debt. I put a 1 in the chat. I think women are a protected class, and I think we should protect women. And because they make silly decisions like this. How many of these women do you see make stupid decisions and buy stupid stuff they really don't need? Men do it as well. But I think women do it in droves. I think women occupy most of the debt where men don't.
with the way my bank account looking, you have to pay for our dates or we're not going out.
That was good. You need to clip that. For TikTok.
I'm being serious. Like, I'm genuinely like, I currently am not in a position to where I can date somebody that like can't like pay for us to go out to eat or like pay for us to whatever.
No, because you can't live with the fear of a Venmo request. Sorry.
When you can't even afford.
Bro, if you can't afford it, don't do it. That's my whole thing. Don't do it.
Feminist. I can see men and I don't immediately feel threatened. I'm not a feminist. And then people ask me if I'm actually a woman. I'm not a feminist. I can wear dresses and feel pretty. I'm not a feminist. Thank you. I'm not a feminist. I don't hate children. I'm not a feminist. I would watch this video and I wouldn't be offended.
This is so
Bro, this is so true. I don't know what it is about the liberal leftist feminist women, but anytime they see something they don't agree with, they get they get so mad. I think it's because they tie in chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think it's because these liberal feminist women tie their entire personality to their beliefs in every single way. These like this fake humanitarian virtue signaling, like that I'm better than you because I care about people. They tie that to their entire personality. And they also tie their sexuality to their personality, which is weird, which is always why I always get weirded out by like gay people or even trans people. That like the first thing they want to let you know is like, hey, I'm trans. It's like meeting a vegan person. Hey, I'm vegan. It's like, cool. I don't care that you just eat carrots. That doesn't bother me. Why does this matter in this context of this conversation at all? Like, you don't need to tell me your sexual preference. That's not who you are as a person. Your identity is who you are. Your personality, your identity is maybe like who you really know you are, but I don't really need to know your identity. I need to know your personality. So just like be cool. You don't have to tell me your gender identity or your sexual preference. I don't need to know any of that when I'm first meeting it. You know what I mean? This is why I'm telling you guys, dude, go download Free Cash. Go hit the QR code right here. I'm trying to get better at these segues. One guy was like, hey, can you put the timing bar? I don't, because I try to keep these organic. Here's some reviews on Trustpilot, 4.7, 269,000 reviews. One of them says, I was skeptical at first. Free Cash is the real deal. I've been using it to play new mobile games and payouts are significantly higher than the get to paid sites I've tried. This is from Side Hustle Nation. subscription. Free cash pays you to test new games on your phone or computer, with some offers paying hundreds. Wide variety of games, simple, transparent rewards, low minimum to cash out. Some offers feel spammy or unrealistic milestone requirements. Some offers require spending money, and 5% transaction fee for PayPal or bank transfers. Okay, so those are some cons. I wanted to show you guys some, honest reviews here. And then this is apple.com, 1.6 ratings, 4.6 stars, but you can play games and it's super easy. And I do believe, I've been told that if you scan this QR code and you sign up now, you get $5 on me. So let me know if it actually works. Let's get straight back into this.
The only prize, men are
yes, she is. Women are we have intrinsic value. We are the prize. Like,
what?
Men go to work for women.
Wait, what?
Yeah, why do you go to work? To pay bills for your woman?
No, for myself.
This must be one of the most
Oh my God. Something that's born with value is not valuable, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, maybe it is, right? Gold is made with its value, but I feel like we dictate its value in the market. So therefore, it would have no value unless we said it had value. So if that makes sense, then a man going out and determining his value in the market, you can't just make it up. You have to go out there and earn it. So I don't know.
And it's like, it was good. And then yet, I'm just tired of I don't know. The bill came.
Uh-oh.
The bill didn't come. He asked for the bill. And in French, he said 2 bills. And then so they came. And I was like, if someone says, I want to take you out, then I want to be taken out, which means to me to pay and whatever. So we did that. I paid and it's fine. And then after I was honest and I just said it. I don't know. Cause I said yeah, I thought you were going to take me out. And to me, that means pay. And then suddenly his English wasn't so good anymore. When he was like, I don't understand what you mean. I was honest and whatever. What else do I have to lose? I just want to be honest.
Baby girl, you got the bob haircut with the bangs. You should have expected to split that bill.
Shots fired! There's a way that I want to be treated, and I might as well just tell someone. What else do I have to lose? I don't know. And then afterwards, he was like, next time I'll pay. Unprompted, he said that after we were having another conversation. I said, okay. And then he said, are you free this week? And I said, yeah. And then I texted him after, and I'm
got a cat.
I had a nice time, thanks. And then he read it and didn't respond. And it's okay, I don't know. I'm just tired of...
It's fine to want to jump.
Baby girl, I'm gonna keep it at that. Wow. Unless I'm beating cheeks, we're splitting that bill like Moses did the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying, Chad? Put one in the chat if you agree. I think it needs to be fair. You ladies want equality. If I'm paying for dinner, I better be getting in those, I better be getting that tuna melt afterwards. You know what I mean?
Wives. We believe in gender roles in our marriage.
We're trad wives. We believe a clean home is a happy home.
We're trad wives. We always obey our husbands.
Trad wives. We choose to stay home and support our husbands.
Trad wives. We always have dinner ready when our husbands get off work.
Trad wives. We always satisfy our husband's needs.
Give it a buck though. I don't know if I believe this one. Full arm sleeve. I don't know. It's a little sussy.
Trad wives. Who to be caught dead in a bar or club without her husband.
Trad wives. We always respect and appreciate our husbands for their hard work.
I can only imagine how...
Bro, I mean, I'd like to think this wasn't satire, but I don't know. It's hard to tell these days.
I'm gonna lie, I think we up women. We wanted rights. We wanted equal rights. We wanted feminism so badly. We bit the big one.
Feminism too hard.
We're
give you something too hard. You're sick.
Now not letting men open doors for us because we are too independent. We're not letting men pay for dinner because we are an independent woman, because we're business minded. We're not letting a man eat the taco because we are...
Ain't nobody trying to eat that ground beef. Ugh. Smell like tuna fish and grits. That's why I love that one strip club I used to go to back in the day. Because I always had the tuna grits and tuna and grits special on Wednesdays. The $3 Coronas.
What?
That was a joke, but tuna and grits at a fucking strip club, dude.
Why are we not doing that? Why are we not doing all of these things? Listen, I get it. I want independence just as much as the rest of you, but could we reel it in a little bit? I also want my dinner paid for once in a while and drinks.
Unfortunately.
Of course you do. All these women do, bro. That's why I say women want daddies. At least a lot of these modern women, they want daddies, bro.
Independent, feminist, through and through. Need a man? For what? No, I can do it myself. Until
one thing happens, and it's when those door-to-door salesmen come by. You know, the pushy ones who literally won't take no for an answer, and this is what I turn into. Pest control? Well, I don't know. I better ask my husband. I just don't know about this house stuff. I'm just his wife. When he'll be home? Well, gee, I don't know. He works long hours. Let me give you his phone number.
It's a nice act, but...
Jesus. You want to know how you get around those guys, bro? As soon as they show up, whether it's Solar, whether it's Orkin, whatever it is, they show up at your door. Usually the first question they ask you, they're looking to qualify you. And most of the time, that first question is, are you the homeowner? If they ever ask you a yes or no question, just always say no. Because if you say no, that means they're like, oh, okay, I can't really sell this guy. But then Cass and I bought a sign off of Amazon that's like, if you're not Amazon, FedEx, or UPS or have a package, we know who we're voting for. We know what religion we prescribe to. So respectfully, just please leave. So I've had people show up, and I had one guy show up trying to sell Solar because, dude, Solar was so hot here for a minute. And I just pointed at the sign. I'm like, hey, did you read the sign? He's like, I read the sign. I was like, you got it? He's like, yeah, I got it. I'm like, so do you have a package? He's like, well, no. I was like, well, then you have a great day, man. I was like, I'm not looking to buy anything. Are you trying to sell something? He's like, well, I'm not trying to sell something. I'm like, then why are you here? Respectfully, why are you here? I was like, bro, you got to start reading these signs or you will get done dirty, because I don't like door-to-door salesmen. I really can't stand them. Even though I used to be a sales guy over the phone. That's why I don't feel bad for them, because I've been shut down so many times, bro.
Should pay for dates. What should women do? If men should be chivalrous, what should women do?
Be ladies.
But boy, them eyes are cocked like a pistol. Shots fired! I love girls with cock eyes because they can see all around me. They can see every side of me, you know. There's nothing you're going to get past her. Gotcha, bitch. Boy, looking like a dadgum chameleon. Shots fired! Boy! Oh my God.
Do.
Be ladies.
Damn. Them eyes are cocked like a revolver.
But you've already disqualified.
Cocked like a dadgum 22. Just.
You cannot definitionally be a lady if you're a worker.
Exactly.
So I guess beyond being a worker, if we can say,
boy,
men should do these things, what can we say women should do?
Treat you with kindness and respect and love.
But I'm looking for something that is unique to women. So for example, when you say men should pay for first dates, men should be chivalrous, men should provide, protect, that's one direction. That's going from men to women. But so again, the question is, and I'm getting crickets here, what should women uniquely do? Checkmate. Nothing. Come on.
That deafening...
Dude, they have nothing. Women just are supposed to exist. That's what they think. At least a lot of these modern women are. It's truly sad. The independent woman stuff is not for me. Oh my God. Oh my God. That looks good. That's not broken at all. Make sure you video it though. Put more time into putting the camera up than you do actually fixing your car.
But if I'm doing a job that I consider to be a blue job,
okay,
I am a feminist, but if I'm doing a job that I consider to be a blue job and somebody, a male, offers to help me, I'm going to say yes. I went to the dump dressed like this and I was carrying like old dirty kitchen units, and if you scroll through some of my videos you'll see that some of the units I had in my kitchen were unsalvageable.
I'll give you a unit.
Gross, horrible, oily. So I've been ditching them in the dump and I was literally carrying them like this, and the guy is like, oh, don't worry love, your outfit's too nice to be carrying those, leave them at the bottom of the steps and I'll take them up for you. Yes, please, nice dump man. I'm going to take you up on that offer. Normally we'd be like, no, it's fine. I can carry these because I can. But you know what? Sometimes you just don't need to. And sometimes you can just say yes to help from that nice bloke in the dump.
Feminist?
Like I said, feminism leaves when the dirty jobs come, bro. Like, they don't want to do nothing dirty. While other women say, I don't need a man, I stay silent because I very much so need mine, bro. And I love seeing this.
I don't think that it is anti-feminist or patronising for a man to offer to carry a woman's suitcase up or down the steps in the train station, and I do fear that we are losing the art of chivalry, especially in London, because I just went through King's Cross and the whole of the tube and not once did anyone say to me, mate, would you like a hand with that? And I'm pretty slender, I'm 5'1" and physically disabled, so if someone had said that I would have said, yes please, thank you so much, that's really kind of you. And it's when you look around, like, is anyone available to help? No one makes eye contact with you. In fact, they try and shove past you faster when they can see that you're struggling. And it's not even about your gender. Like, you don't need to be a man to offer me help. If you've got fewer things in your hands and it looks like I'm struggling, you could just say, hey mate.
This is also kind of the problem. Like, she had me in the first half. I'm gonna keep it a thou wow, but then she's kind of losing it. It's the entitlement. Like, here's the thing. Nobody cares that you're struggling, dude.
Gotcha, bitch.
Do you think anybody cares that if a man is struggling? No.
How about no?
Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. You think if you walk around carrying something heavy, other people are going to look at you and be like, man, I really need to help this guy out. Dude, nobody cares. Nobody's coming to save us, man. This isn't even a thought that runs in our mind. We know that nobody's coming, bro. Nobody's coming. It's like being in 7th grade with blue balls. Nobody's coming. You know what I mean? This is what it is. But this is the problem that a lot of the modern women have, is they think that, oh, I'm struggling. You should look out for me. Like, I do believe women should be a protected class. But the thing is, you guys have asked us not to help you. You've told us you can do it yourself en masse. So don't expect the few times that you really need the help, we're supposed to help you. You know who's supposed to help regulate that?
Finish her.
Y'all got to regulate this with other women. If y'all don't regulate this with other women, we can't tell women what they should do, because clearly they don't listen. We've been trying to tell them. Fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, no kids, be quaint, uplifting, elegant, empathetic, natural, and nurturing, shove it at night, shut up on, put it on a t-shirt. That's what we really want. But y'all ain't listening to us, so now y'all got to regulate it. Good job. That's what you get. Y'all girl boss so hard and feminism so hard that men listen and say, hey, you know what, we'll back off. Now if you want it the ways it was, you got to check the women, because the women are the one asking for men to do this. Y'all asked and we listened. Simple as that.
Do you want a hand with that? What's the worst that's going to happen? I say, no, thank you, I'm good.
Unfortunately,
that's the thing. What's the worst that's going to happen? It's not our problem. This is the entitled modern women mindset that they think their problems are our problems. The only time I do not want to be an independent woman, I'm telling you, they don't want it. It's selective, bro. Going to the movie theaters, they don't want to pay for it. The Titanic sinking, they don't want to go down with the boats. Opening doors, they don't want to open doors. Pulling out chairs, they don't want to pull out chairs.
Women who when they get told, like, oh yeah, no, you got to give him half your, or oh no, you got to pay alimony because he makes $50,000 a year and you make $250,000. And they're like, you know, they could be the staunchest feminist in the world, and when you tell them they got to pay alimony, they're like, whoa, 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 he's a man. He's got a strong back. He can get out there and work. And then suddenly the whole, like, gender is a construct and there's no such thing, that goes right out the window when you get told you got to pay alimony. That's like, nope, no. I believe in strict gender roles. Men should pay alimony. Women, even if you earn 10 times, you should not have to pay alimony. I've had very, very staunchly feminist clients who changed their mind about how feminist they were when they got told that they were going to have to pay alimony.
It's always
like I said, it's selective until the poo hits the fan, bro.
Hey, just really quick, if your man pays for the roof over your head, then keep it clean, okay? If your man pays for the food that stocks your fridge, then cook it, okay? If your man pays for the clothes that are on your back, then clean the clothes. Clean all the clothes, okay? If your man is paying for your gas, then you're going to run his errands. You're going to get the groceries.
She really needed to get something off her chest. We appreciate women like this.
Okay? If your man is paying for the water that's coming out of your shower, then you're going to keep that bathroom clean, okay? Last one. If your man pays for the bed that you sleep in, then you're going to be the last one in it, okay? These are things that we're doing now, okay, for our men. Because the women that tried the princess treatment for the men, well, they created princesses. But if you expect your man or your husband to treat you like a princess or praise you as the Bible says he should, then you are going to treat him like a man who provides and protects for you, his family, and his house. This weird feminist, I hate my husband energy, it's done now. It's done. It's time for women to step up and do their parts in their relationships now, okay? Okay, bye.
Fine. I think we're going to see more of this. I really do. Chat, put one in the chat if you agree. I think we're seeing more and more of it because of the manosphere. And I think women are starting to realize that the manosphere can be very dark. It can be. I simply was not born to be an independent woman, and that's okay. I was so close. Yeah, dude. Nobody wants to girl boss this hard. Promise you. I measured that it would fit in the bottom of the closet, failed, and realized it had to fit through the door. Literally just a girl with a tape measure and a dream. Stupid, dude. Stupid.
Who is the cutoff? We shouldn't be 25, 26, 27 being a feminist. That's silly. Come on. That is for children. You know what I mean? Imagine crying to the government while saying the government. That makes no sense. If you identify as a feminist, that is like a signal to society that you are a confused woman. You have no idea what's going on in the world. You have no idea how we got here. All the fault of feminism you blame on capitalism, but then you're fighting for the right to be a part of capitalism. Like, it's just really crazy. Once you're 22, if you haven't started to figure out that, hey, gender roles actually are good for society and I gotta get married, you're okay? Some of y'all like to wait till the last minute till you're 30 or something to try to change your mind. It's not happening. You gotta, the activism, the liberalism, the feminism, 18 to 22. We shouldn't be seeing 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds at the protests. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like feminism is a young woman's sport. Let them have that. Let them have their fun, kiki. Once you turn 22, 23, it's time to find you a man.
No, I love this chick. I think it's great. Just take out the facial piercings. I think she'd be good. I just think these women girl boss their way all the way to solitude. Like solitary confinement when you do this stuff.
On why I need a man. I'm at Walmart and I've been here for over an hour getting an oil change. Now, if I had a man, he could either A, do the oil change himself because he a man that knows how to work on cars, right? Or 2, he would go and take my car to get the oil change, right? Or 3, he could at least come pick me up so I ain't gotta wait here for 2 hours, right? I feel like that's a legit reason to need a man. And for y'all that's gonna say, you ain't got no friends to do that, you know, somebody else can do that, you don't need a man to do that, hush.
This is my problem, is that like every time a woman talks about needing a man, it's always because she needs him to do something. It's never because like, I want a guy that I can love. I want a guy that I can take care of and pamper and, you know, be sweet on. It's always, oh, I need a man because he can do this for me. He can always, you know, and so we turn into do boys for these women. And that's probably the most annoying part is like, these women never say, I just want a guy that loves me. I mean, they do sometimes, but most of the time, almost all these videos, they want a man so he can do the chores and do things for them. It's truly sad. It's so transactional.
To you, or in general?
What is feminism to you?
That's a good question, man. Honestly, I would just say it's women putting their own rights above equal rights.
Okay, gotcha. And would you consider yourself a feminist?
No.
And what do you mean putting their own rights above equal rights? What do you mean by that?
So just like preferring like them getting special treatment over, I guess, equal rights, right? Like, because I believe everybody should be treated equally, right? No matter what, you know, who they are, gender, race, color, right? Doesn't matter, right? I believe everybody should be treated equally. So right, when they're preferring themselves over, I guess, just equal rights in general.
Let's be honest, feminism.
I mean, feminism to me is cancer. Feminism is cancer. It rots women away, and it makes them unsad. It makes them unhappy. Makes them sad.
Men that give princess treatment, because I'm telling you now, I am not going near another man who doesn't give me princess treatment. I'm sorry, it's not happening, darling, because I want someone who literally is obsessed with me.
It's not happening. You're hypergamous, you'll never get it.
Worships the grounds I walk on, literally.
And even if you do, you'll leave him and cheat on him.
He kisses my feet. I literally want kisses on my toes, all right? That is exactly what I want. I don't think it's...
Buy a dog and die alone.
Gotcha, bitch. Normal to be nonchalant. No, I don't want someone who's just, yeah, you're kind of pretty. No, I want you to literally, as soon as I wake up, I want you to kiss my forehead, tell me I'm the most perfect person you've ever seen on the planet Earth. And I want flowers. I want coffee every day.
That'll never happen.
I want love, I want compliments, I want admiration every single day. Because what do you mean? You're my husband, babe. You are my husband. And I'm going to just settle for someone who doesn't give me that? No, sweetie. No. I would not do that. I'm so sorry. I need someone who literally is so irrevocably in love with me that they cannot imagine a day without me. They are pining for me every single day. They cannot ever take a breath without me in their life.
Jesus, she must have gingivitis. There's no way she actually thinks this way.
So you can't handle an independent female who doesn't need a man. Just say that. It's not about can. It don't want to. You can't shame me.
Yeah, dude, here's my whole thing. And chat, put one in the chat if you agree. It's not that we can't handle you. It's just that it's annoying. It's very annoying. It's just like you women dealing with a guy who's feminine. Like if I wore dresses on the weekend, I wouldn't call you handling it, you know? You'd be like, it's kind of off-putting. It's the same thing. Like a man handling a masculine woman is annoying, just like a woman having to deal with a feminine man is annoying. It's annoying. It's not hard. It's not difficult.
All those feminists are full of because I'm going to tell you right now, someday there's going to be the first woman president. All right? Which means you don't even know what her platform is, and you automatically cheer. It's got the same genitalia. I'm telling you, they're not smart people. Feminists, they're not as smart as they're coming off. I'm telling you.
He's right. With most of these
Bill Burr is hilarious with this stuff. Cass hates Bill Burr. I think he's funny. Now, I know he's got some recent controversy that's, I don't know, they're playing him out to be a certain type of guy, but I think his comedy's pretty funny.
What do you hate about women?
The biggest thing I hate about women is that, you know, that one Billie Eilish quote, she said,
You give an ugly guy a chance, he thinks he rules the world.
That's it right there.
Okay.
You look at that statement, you see how invalid that is. As a young man coming up, you see how they're just trying to put you down, okay? Now, if the roles were reversed, this would be a cancelable offense for us. Okay. You understand that?
Okay.
So I think that, you know, there are double standards, okay? And we have to look at these. We don't let it slide.
Okay.
Pause. Okay? We just have to realize that, like, if you're going to say that about us, and you expect us to not say that about you, let's take a step back and let's look at the situation, all right? Next question.
Right.
You can tell
He said, next question. Next question, please. But, dude, that's what it is. I don't blame guys now for really just being over it. It's, you know, and I try to preach positivity in relationships. I really do, chat, because I think it's important to keep the human race going, you know. But it's tough out there for guys. I'm an independent woman, but when it comes to changing a tire, I'm going to call a man. Of course you are. You're going to call your man to do it. Ain't no lady trying to get down there and get dirty. Hell, I don't even want to do it. I don't even want to change a dadgum tire. You know what I'm saying, chat? I ain't trying to change no tire. Stuff isn't fun. Getting dirty, nasty. Not a fan.
I hate feminism. I am not a feminist. I need a man
to do this. Yeah, to show me something, teach me something, do something for me.
Show me how to turn this on and keep it on. I have managed to till this much. I have all of this left, and every 5 seconds it dies. And yes, it has fuel in it. And I can't till over the plumbing, so I'm trying to, you know, move to the other section of the yard. No, the wheels lock up when the thing's not on. But if it's on, it's tilling. What the Here's me
my God.
figuring out how to move this thing. Enjoy.
At least this one had the...
But my whole philosophy on this is like sharpen the axe before you strike. So if there's something new, and I do this all the time with new stuff that I've gotten. So I'll get on YouTube and do like 2 to 5 minutes of learning about it. Just learn about it and then start. I am a feminist, but as a man, how are you sitting on the subway when there are women standing? Well, you have a bull nose ring. You're independent. You don't need a man. You can stand up just like the rest of us. You can't have selective equality, you know what I mean? Suddenly I hate being independent and I do need a man. What, to carry groceries? Yeah, they're heavy. One trip or die trying, dude. That's me as a kid.
Men who treat women equally get judged as more sexist than the men who don't treat women equally, which were the findings from this study that showed men who rejected chivalry, like ladies first or acting protective of women, were actually judged as more hostile towards women than men who used old school chivalry. People saw equality-minded men as colder or less friendly. So the paradox is that men who reject sexist roles can look worse than the ones who quietly reinforce them. So if a man treats you the same as he treats everyone else, and that feels offensive to you, then what does that say about what women really want?
Can you really blame men for...
Wow, that's okay. That's wild. I think I've seen this next
guys
before.
She's minding hers. Oh my God, Tor!
There you go, Rebecca.
No, let go of me. I can do it myself.
I can do it myself.
And somehow
I don't think you can. So like I said, I was going to talk about this. I've seen a few clips of the stuff on the manosphere stuff, that this Inside the Manosphere by Louis Theroux, and my initial thought was, wow, some of this is a lot worse than I thought it was. But I think when you take an extreme of anything, it can look really bad. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. You take an extreme on people that are into being ponies, that are into pony play. It's weird, you know. And so he picked some of the most, in my opinion, most radical manosphere guys like Justin Waller, Myron Gaines, HS Tiki Talkie, like these guys, like Steven Sneeko. These guys are very, very hard red pill Like, I would consider myself red pill, but if I was truly, truly red pill, I wouldn't be in a relationship. I wouldn't have a wife. I wouldn't have a child. And see, Justin Waller, I thought he was closer to the more traditional, not like super red pill, but like he's really red pilled. He's like, I got my girl, but then I buck around on her and have girlfriends. And my whole thing with this dude is that as a red pill guy, if you don't conquer lust, you'll never get to love. And a lot of these guys are so addicted to lust. So they're like there's an appeal to having one woman and then being able to have other women. In my opinion, the more you're with other women, the more you're alone. I've been promiscuous. It was fun when it lasted, but it was in like my early 20s. I got to the point where I was over it. Like, imagine, at least for me, I'm 35 right now. I'm 36 in September. But I couldn't imagine spending time talking to other women and giving them my energy and going out on dates when I could be doing like a hobby. Like, honestly, playing video games to me would be more fun than that. Going to a boxing class, playing pickleball, going shooting, going to the shooting range, playing some golf. That I would get more fulfillment out of that than talking to a random woman and trying to get her validation. For me, it almost comes from a point, at least this is the internal work I did. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. It's a sense of almost insecurity when you need the validation of strangers, of other women. I mean, I get it, I guess. Like, it was cool. When I was younger, it was cool. And, like, being promiscuous was cool. You get, like, a badge of honor. Like, oh, my God, Levi can pull. Like, that's cool. Like, I mean, it's all right. But you're putting that energy into somebody that you're not even going to build a friendship with. It'd be different if you were, like, going to try to be friends with them. But you're really, like, just wasting your time trying to buck these random women. And the only return you're getting is lobbyists. Which is, I mean, I guess it's cool. I mean, whatever. To me, it doesn't have much appeal to it, though. But in my opinion, if you always try to chase lust, you'll never conquer it. Like, you got to conquer lust. You got to get to the point where you can love someone. Because in my opinion, love lasts. But lust is like doing a little key bump. You need more after 15 minutes. You need more after 15 minutes. But if you fall in love with sobriety, aka love, like, it can last forever. When I was a pothead, dude, I had to smoke every 4 to 6 hours. That's what it's like. Like, you got to get that hit every once in a while, or you're like, oh, I gotta get high again. Like, you're chasing it. I don't know. It's just, for me, I saw it and I was like, man, some of these guys are like, and then Myron with his girl. And dude, I'd love to be on Fresh and Fit. So I don't want to sit here and dog Myron, but like, even his girl wasn't on a complete level playing field with him. Do I think Myron has a lot of good points? Yeah, 100%. But I think the disconnect that we're having with the manosphere and the red pill right now is that we're trying to preach to men that they all need to be players. And that's what they need to do. Just play. Be players and play. I mean, you need to know how to play, in my opinion. You need to be able to talk to multiple women at the same time. You need to be able to attract multiple women. That's a good thing. It's a very good thing because it gives you more options, right? But if that's always your goal, I have guys that call me on this hotline, dude, every week. Guys from the age of 40 to 50. 42 is like this sweet spot. I've had like 5 guys call me. 5 guys, great burger. 5 guys call me on the number here that are 42 exactly. Talking about, Levi, I've been a player for a really long time. I want to settle down and have a family. And I'm like, dude, you've been playing the field for 42 years. You don't even really know what it's like to be in a relationship. You have as much relationship experience as an 18-year-old boy right now. Like, you're really out of your element here. You've been practicing being non-monogamous. Or maybe you're a serial monogamist at best, which is like you have one girl, you buck her for a little bit, and then you get another girl and you buck her for a little bit, and you get another girl and you buck her for a little bit. Like, you got to be able to work through some of the hardships when you hit that 3, 5, and that 7-year mark is when things start getting hairy. Like, for Cass and I, we hit that 7 years together, and it's like, whoa, okay, we got to do some soul searching here, and we got to do some hard conversations. But the hard conversations bring you closer together, and I feel like that's the problem with men and women is they don't want to have those hard conversations when the time comes. But I've seen so many of these guys, serial monogamous, 42 years old, and they finally get to a point where they're like, Levi, I actually do want a family. I'm like, bro, you ain't been working on a family for 42 years. Now you want it? It's just like a modern woman saying, I want a family. Baby girl, you're 40. Them eggs have shriveled up, dried up. Your eggs are starring in the next ice age. They're frozen. Elsa's calling your eggs right now. Hello. They're frozen. It's over. It's a wrap. And guys do have a little bit longer of a shelf life on this because they can have kids. But to me, we got to start a new pill. It can't be the red pill. And in my opinion, it needs to be the green pill, which is still, you have a red pill ideology, but you got to start bringing some other things to the table that are not just buck as many women as possible and never want to start a family. And like the only way we're going to get back to at least the good old days, in my opinion, is a man and a woman falling in love with each other and having a family. That to me is the most fulfilling. And I'm doing it. I think that's the big difference between me and a lot of other red pill guys is the things I preach, I do. I played back in the day and I was like, it was good practice. It was very good practice. It's like if you want to go pro in pulling women, you got to at one point talk to a lot of chicks. And then my whole philosophy is talk to a lot of women, get really good at figuring out how women operate and learn your game, and then find a woman you actually like and then work your game on her and pull her so you can have her and then start a family with her and marry her. You know, that's my whole thing. So many of the red pill guys are like, never get married. Well, Justin Waller, I think he's married. But Myron's like, never get married, or maybe he wants to be married one day. But then some of these other guys are like, nah, never get married. Which I kind of get. Some guys get married at a very young age and don't know what they're doing, and they're not vetting these women correctly, which is why I have ebooks at LeviNichs.com with the 4 values of vetting and the 4 pillars of personality. Like I've got a whole set of ebooks that'll help you with your style, your personality, all this stuff. But I feel like the problem is that now a lot of the red pill guys are just telling guys to be alone and buck a lot of women, when in my opinion, you're chasing lust. And when you chase lust, it runs really quickly. Love also does run. But if you chase love in the long run, I think, in my opinion, at least this is how it's worked for me, I feel much more fulfilled with being with Cass than I ever did bucking a lot of women. It's just because the whole thing is the more you're promiscuous, the more you're alone. The more you're in a common relationship and you've been with somebody for a long time, you're like building a bond. Like Cass and I are to the point now where we can like read each other's minds. And then like I know my daughter's being taken care of. My house is being taken care of. Like Cass is cleaning right now. She's out there vacuuming, cleaning, purging the house, which is basically getting rid of a lot of stuff, throwing stuff away. Like she's doing a lot of things that I don't want to do because I provide and protect for the home. So she makes this house a home. And in my opinion, if you're a dude, you're a bachelor in your 40s. Like I had another guy call me. I'll just use this as another example. He's like 25, 26, ex-military, which I appreciate all the military guys. But he called and was like, Levi, I'm 26 years old. I can get a VA loan. I might go to college. And I was like, bro, slow down. You could just tell he wanted to do so much. I'm like, why are you going to go to college? Begin with the end in mind. He's like, well, I'll have a degree. And I was like, and? You might as well get that degree and just be like, what they do? Who cares? A degree's not going to get you a good job. Well, I just want to get my general studies done. For what? Why do you need general studies? You're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, an anesthesiologist? You want to start a business? You can start a business without a degree. They don't teach much in business school. Most of the people that I know went to business school, guess what? They don't own a business. They have a freaking job. So always begin with the end in mind of what you really want to do. Like for me, I started YouTube because I wanted to be a YouTuber one day. Boom, simple as that, right? Easy. I started dating Cass because I wanted to marry her one day. It's simple as that. But I had this kid say, yeah, I want to, build my own house and go to college and all this stuff. And I was like, bro, let's say you built this house tomorrow and it's filled with everything. Now you're alone sitting in this house by yourself. You got no woman, you got no lady. I mean, maybe you can have women come in and out, but like, in my opinion, put a 1 in the chat if you agree, a woman makes a house a home. When I was living by myself, bro, my bachelor pad was garbage. Ross paintings on the wall, crappy furniture, just a bunch of LED lights because I had it hoed out. I had it hoed out, so when a woman came on at 8 p.m., boom, whole apartment turned red, and they knew it was buck season. Bucking season. They knew. They knew. But for me, dude, like I couldn't imagine being my age and not being in a relationship. I would hate right now going back out in the dating market with how muddy the water is and how much energy I'd have to put into it. So I'd have to be like recording and then I have to be on Tinder and Bumble and taking women out on dates and doing these. Like, I don't know about you guys, put 1 in the chat if you agree. I hate going through those conversations of like the 21 questions in the very beginning when you're going out on a date and being like, all right, so what do you do? Gotcha, bitch. Sorry, wrong one. So like, what do you do? Where do you work? What do you like to do? Oh, that's crazy. Like you have to do, like you get dating fatigue. Whereas with a relationship, you get to build love together and you learn somebody. Now I can like look at Cass. I know what she's thinking before she even says anything. We'll be out and about. We'll see something, look at each other, be like, oh, like ooh. And then we get to, like, we go and hang out with people and we get to come back and, like, gossip with each other. Like, what's the tea? Like, it's so much fun. It's like having a best friend that you can buck, which is weird, but it's fun. Especially when our cheeks clap like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm getting off in a tangent. Loki, do you want a treat? I don't know, man. That was just, I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen the podcast yet. Free. I haven't seen the podcast. I haven't seen the documentary yet on Netflix. I do want to watch it, so I'll probably have an entire other opinion on that. But my initial opinion from what I saw on the surface level, the 30,000 foot view, that was kind of my opinion. It's like the red pill, you take it too far, and you'll be an isolated man with maybe a lot of options, but no woman that wants to take you really that serious. And then therefore you also get to a point where you don't even see that you want to build a family. And then it's the message that a lot of red pill guys tell men what to do, but then they don't lead that same way. I always tell you guys, don't take advice from somebody that's not leading the life that you would want. Like, if you guys want my life where you have a loving wife, you got a healthy, beautiful daughter, you got a good dog that obeys, you're in pretty good shape. Like I said, I'm 6'2", 185. You got a little bit of money in the bank. You're happy. Yeah, I feel like I look pretty young for my age. If you'd like that, take my advice. If you don't want my life, don't take my advice, bro. If you don't want what I have, don't take my advice. But if you want what other people, like, would I take money advice from and business advice from Jeff Bezos? 100%. Would I take it from a homeless guy? Probably not. Would I take fashion advice from somebody who can't dress? Probably not. Would I take diet advice or workout advice from somebody who's not in shape? Probably not. It's like being a fat a fat nutritionist or a fat personal trainer. Bro, I'm not taking your advice. Big bag. So that's my whole 2 cents on that. But I'll watch the documentary. But let me know what you guys thought about the documentary. I'm gonna watch it and then I'll give you guys another synopsis. Hell, I might even do a full episode on that because I feel like I got off on a tangent. Ain't that right, Lokes?
Whoop-de-doo.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's always good to have you guys out, man. Until next time, peace.